Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be dissecting the U.S. stock market.
Okay.
As of December 18th, 2024,
Right.
we've got a really fascinating mix of sources today.
Oh, yeah.
We've got market indices, we've got sector analysis,
Okay.
and we've even got some chatter from the Reddit finance crowd.
Oh, wow.
So if you're ready to go beyond those headlines
Yeah.
and uncover those hidden gems that can really inform your investment strategy,
I like it.
you are in the right place.
Indeed. And, as someone who thrives on those finer details, I think this is going to be a particularly enlightening deep dive.
Oh, I totally agree. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's kick things off with the big picture, shall we?
Definitely.
The S&P 500 is sitting at $605.60,
Okay.
up slightly by 0.22%.
Got it.
The Dow Jones is showing a bit more strength at $437.19,
Okay.
with a gain of 0.37%. But the tech-heavy NASDAQ 100 is actually down a hair, closing at $535.55, a
Interesting.
decrease of 0.05%.
So those numbers kind of paint a picture of a market that's generally positive, but with a little hint of uncertainty.
Yeah.
That slight dip in the NASDAQ is particularly interesting.
Yeah.
You know this market well. Could this be an early sign of a shift away from those high-growth tech stocks that have been driving the market for so long?
That's a great question. It definitely makes you wonder if investors are starting to reassess their positions in the tech sector,
Yeah.
especially with the Federal Reserve poised to announce its third interest rate cut of the year.
Right.
This could be the last cut in this cycle, wouldn't you say?
It's certainly possible, and it's a decision the Fed doesn't take lightly.
Right.
We've got solid economic growth,
Yeah.
but core inflation is exceeding their 2% target.
Right.
It's a delicate balancing act,
Yeah.
trying to keep inflation in check without stifling economic growth.
It almost feels like we've seen this play out before, hasn't it?
You're right. There are parallels to the mid-1990s when similar monetary policies led to some significant market rallies. Whether history will repeat itself remains to be seen.
Yeah,
But it's definitely something to watch closely.
absolutely. But while many are feeling bullish,
Right.
some analysts are sounding a note of caution.
Yeah.
There are concerns about elevated market valuations
Okay.
and what some are calling extreme bullish sentiment.
And they have a point to care. It's like the Investors Intelligence Bulls and Bears survey are flashing some warning signs.
Yeah.
Some analysts are even predicting a market correction in early 2025.
Wow.
But beyond the overall valuations, it's
Yeah.
the concentration of gains that's really raising eyebrows.
You're referring to the mega cap tech stocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Those handful of companies that seem to be carrying the weight of the entire market on their shoulders.
It makes you wonder about the breadth and sustainability of this bull market.
Yeah.
A market that's overly reliant on a few companies can be inherently vulnerable.
So true. Let's shift our focus now and zoom in on some specific sectors
Right.
to get a clearer picture. Technology, of course, continues to dominate, fueled by all those exciting advancements in AI.
It's true. Tech remains a powerhouse.
Yeah.
However, there's a detail here that's worth noting.
Okay.
While the tech giants are soaring,
Yeah.
small cap stocks are lagging behind.
Interesting.
This suggests that the market's gains aren't being shared equally across all sectors.
Right.
Does this make you question the overall health of this bull market?
It does make you wonder if this bull market is truly inclusive,
Yeah.
or if it's creating an imbalance that could eventually come back to bite us.
Yeah.
But let's delve even deeper
Okay.
and look at some specific companies.
All right.
Those fascinating micro-level details that often get overlooked.
Yeah.
We've got some intriguing whispers coming from Reddit's finance communities.
Ah, yes. Those online farms can be a treasure trove of insights.
Yeah.
Though it's always wise to approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Sure.
What's caught your eye?
Well, Nvidia and AMD are two names that keep popping up. Both are showing continued strength in the semiconductor and AI space. But there's talk of increased competition, especially from Broadcom.
That's true. Broadcom is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
But it's important to note that Nvidia is still a leader in its class. And many believe it has what it takes to navigate those competitive pressures.
Another company that's generating a lot of buzz is Palo Alto Networks,
Oh,
the cybersecurity powerhouse.
right.
Their stock price has skyrocketed over 50% since May.
PNW has certainly been on an impressive run.
Yeah.
But as with any high-growth stock, volatility is to be expected.
Right.
Investors need to be prepared for potential ups and downs.
Sure.
It's all part of the game.
And speaking of impressive performance, Jabil,
Okay.
a manufacturing services company, just blew past earnings expectations.
Wow.
Their adjusted core earnings came in at $2 per share,
Really?
exceeding the $1.88 estimate.
That's a significant beat.
Yeah.
And what's particularly interesting is that Jabil's growth was fueled by cloud computing, data center infrastructure, and digital commerce sectors that you've been following closely.
I have.
Does this reinforce your confidence in those areas?
It certainly does.
Yeah.
It's a great reminder that even amidst concerns about the broader market,
Yeah.
there are still pockets of strength and opportunity to be found,
Yeah.
especially when you focus on the details.
Absolutely. It seems those under-the-radar details often reveal the most compelling stories.
Yeah.
And speaking of intriguing narratives,
Yeah.
let's turn our attention to MicroStrategy.
Okay.
They've been doubling down on cryptocurrency,
Mm-hmm.
and their stock price has been defying gravity,
Yeah.
despite some dilution.
Interesting.
What are your thoughts on this bold move,
Mm.
knowing how closely you've been following the crypto space?
It's certainly a risky bet,
Yeah.
but MicroStrategy's performance suggests that investors are still drawn to the potential of crypto-adjacent equities, even with the inherent volatility of the crypto market. Companies strategically positioned in this space are clearly attracting attention.
It's a testament to the enduring allure of innovation, even in the face of uncertainty.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic of sectors that often fly under the radar,
Yeah.
let's talk about aerospace.
Okay.
It's not typically associated with high growth,
Right.
but it's quietly been having a stellar year.
You're absolutely right. Aerospace has been exceeding expectations,
Yeah.
driven by a confluence of factors:
Okay.
robust demand, organic growth, and strategic acquisitions.
Interesting.
Companies in this sector are reporting record sales and operating income.
Wow.
It's quite remarkable.
It highlights the importance of staying curious and looking beyond the obvious.
Yeah.
Sometimes the most rewarding opportunities are found in the sectors that others have overlooked.
Right.
But let's shift gears for a moment.
Okay.
There are whispers of a potential sector rotation brewing.
Oh.
Could some of those profits from the high-flying tech stocks start to flow into other areas?
That's an intriguing possibility. Some analysts believe that healthcare could be a prime beneficiary
Yeah.
if investors start to look for safer havens.
Okay.
Giants like United Health Group and Cigna are seen as potential shelters from the storm if the broader market begins to wobble.
It's a logical assumption. Healthcare tends to be a relatively stable sector,
Right.
less susceptible to economic downturns.
Yeah,
After all, people need healthcare, regardless of what the stock market is doing.
that's true.
Knowing you like to delve into the long-term trends,
I do.
does this potential shift align with your outlook on the healthcare sector?
It does align with what I've been observing.
Okay.
The aging population and the increasing demand for innovative healthcare solutions
Yeah.
suggests that the sector has solid long-term growth potential.
Right.
And some analysts are predicting a particularly strong year for healthcare in 2025,
Wow.
especially if the broader market experiences a downturn.
So it seems those who keep a close eye on the healthcare giants might be well positioned for the future.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
It's fascinating how these interconnected trends play out over time, but let's not forget to consider the global landscape.
Right.
The U.S. market doesn't operate in isolation.
No, it doesn't.
What's happening on the international stage can have a ripple effect on our own markets.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
So what's the global outlook looking like at the moment?
It's a mixed bag, as is often the case.
Okay.
Asian markets are showing mixed results, with some indices up and others down.
Okay.
Meanwhile, U.S. futures are currently flat.
Got it.
It seems we're in a holding pattern,
Yeah.
waiting for the next catalyst to tip the scales.
And as we wait, it's a good time to check in on those key economic indicators.
Yeah.
What's the latest on bond yields and oil prices?
The 10-year bond yield is currently at 4.3%,
Okay.
and Brent crude oil is priced at $73,000.
All right.
These are data points that can often offer clues about the market's direction,
Right.
though it's always a matter of interpretation.
It's like piecing together a puzzle, isn't it? Each data point, each news item, each whisper from the market adds another piece to the overall picture.
That's true.
And speaking of recurring themes,
Yeah.
let's circle back to the topic of volatility.
Okay.
We've touched on it throughout our conversation,
We have.
but it's a force that all investors need to be prepared for.
It's the ever-present undercurrent in the market.
Right.
And we've certainly seen some unpredictable swings in the major indices lately,
We have.
defying those traditional support and resistance levels.
It can be quite unsettling, especially for those who are newer to investing.
Mm.
It can feel like a roller coaster ride at times.
Yeah,
Those sudden drops can make even the most seasoned investor question their strategy.
it's true.
But it's during these moments of uncertainty that your long-term perspective really shines through. What are your thoughts on navigating this inherent volatility?
Volatility is a double-edged sword.
Okay.
It can create anxiety for short-term traders,
Yeah.
but it also presents opportunities for those who maintain a long-term investment horizon.
That's a crucial point. Investing is a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
And those who can weather the storms and remain focused on their goals often emerge stronger on the other side.
Absolutely.
You've always emphasized the importance of a well-defined strategy.
I have.
How does that play into navigating these periods of market turbulence?
A well-defined strategy is like an anchor in stormy seas. It helps you stay grounded and make rational decisions when the market gets choppy. Knowing your investment goals, your risk tolerance, and your time horizon provides a framework for navigating those inevitable ups and downs.
It's about having that conviction in your approach, even when the market seems determined to test your patience. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive,
We have.
from those broad market trends
Yes.
down to those fascinating company-specific details.
Absolutely.
It's clear that this market is full of complexities,
It is.
but also full of opportunities
Yeah.
for those who know where to look.
It's all about connecting the dots, recognizing those subtle shifts in sentiment, and understanding the forces at play. Those seemingly small details can often reveal the bigger picture, and that's where informed decisions are made.
So for those who are eager to stay ahead of the curve and make the most of those opportunities, what's the one piece of advice you would offer?
Never stop questioning. Don't just accept the prevailing narratives or follow the crowd blindly. Do your own research, dig into those details, and challenge those assumptions. And most importantly, cultivate that independent thinking that allows you to make decisions that align with your own financial goals.
That's such a powerful reminder. Knowledge is power. And in the world of investing, that power can be the key to unlocking financial success. So stay curious, stay engaged, and most importantly, never lose sight of those details. They often hold the key to making informed and confident investment decisions.
Well said, and remember, a well-informed investor is a confident investor. Stay invested in your financial future and never stop learning.
And that wraps up our deep dive into the U.S. stock market. We hope you've enjoyed exploring these market intricacies with us. Until next time, happy investing.